When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is The Lovenod. Today I'm gonna be doing a review of Lego Speed Champions Time Machine from Back to the Future. A Lego set I've been waiting to talk about, and we're gonna jump into it because I have a lot of things to say, good and bad things. So right off the bat, the box looks very fine. It's simple. I never bought a Speed Champion sets, so this is my first one. And when I've heard they're gonna do a Back to the Future, this set came out in April, yeah. Unless I'm wrong, correct me in the comments down below. But you could turn it into Back to the Future 1 or 2 car. The old one used to be a 3-in-1, but this one is a 2-in-1, which is very disappointing. But I do have some ups and downs to talk about. And right off the bat, you have an instruction book, which you think to yourself, oh wow, it might be a little. Nope, there's a lot of pages than I expected. But it was a fun build, and I want to look at the little accessories before we continue. So with these little accessories, this one is for Back to the Future 1, where Marty McFly has to go back to 1985 from 1955 because they had to get power. You know what, you've seen Back to the Future, where they had to hit the electrical wire. And over here we have the license plate for the 2015. If you look closely, there's little numbers right there. So pretty nice detail. And then we have a Mr. Fusion, which we will look at all these little parts, and then we have a little tool for Doc Brown. So really nothing much going on, but only two little things, well, technically three little things to switch out your DeLorean. And we have Doc Brown and Marty McFly, or Doc Brown and Marty McFly. Should pull them out. I'll say their names, but anyways, that's not the point. The point is, goddamn, I'm pretty excited to look at the set. So right off the bat, we're gonna look at Doc Brown. This does not come with him. I thought to make a little controller, because if you've seen the movie, he tested out Einstein in the car and used this a little remote controller. So I wanted to make a little custom build and a few parts that came with the set, but that does not belong here. So sorry about that. But either way, for Doc Brown with his little hazmat suit, you see his green shirt with the little, I remember it had like a little patch, but yellow, you see a little bit yellow right there. You even had some pens, you have a little stopwatch, and you have another pen right there. And you have, I'm pretty sure, a clipboard, because remember you used a clipboard, and some other tools right there. And the faceplate looks pretty fine, looks pretty good. And back one looks pretty good by itself. I like it. I might as well display him with this, where he hits his head. And we have Marty McFly. Let's take a look at Marty McFly's back of the head. Oh my goodness, what the fuck is this? I want to talk about this, because this is something I've been wanting to talk about when I saw the set. I did not notice this had this little stupid stud back. Why? It could have been just flat, shaved off a bit. Really, it would have been fine, but I don't know what was the purpose of this. But I think it's kind of stupid and kind of it looks awkward. But the point is, looks pretty good either way. I'm glad they did a extra plastic piece instead of a printing. I mean, which it did look good on the original one, but you have a little angry face, which this is a same reuse face plate from different play sets. But this, I guess, looks like Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox. I was going to say Michael J. Fox. What the hell? Yes, this does look like Michael J. Fox. No, not really. I mean, you could change it. I mean, I guess that cocky smirk. But with the jacket off, I mean, life preserver, you have some little buttons right there, some little pins. You have a guitar pin and you have a little circle pin. Yeah, I have his button-up shirt and his red shirt right there. So yeah, look, nice. They didn't even have to do anything on the back, but they did. So that's pretty cool, but I wish they did some extra sculpting on the legs, because that's what they did with the big set of the Back to the Future Part 2 exclusive figures. My goodness, there's a lot of words to say. And with these extra pieces that I just took out of the DeLorean, these are for, well, by the way, let's take a look, because this is for the flying, which is down. So I want to talk about this. For the original set, you were able to put the tires like that, and it had a little mechanism, but instead you have to take them off and switch them out, which is pretty, it's kind of a downgrade. I'm gonna have to be honest with you. But we could take a look the way it is from 1955 which is just that I'm not going to display it like that. But if you want to look at that, then there you go. And then we have a 1985, where it's just by itself, out of time. Again, there's so many good details we will talk about, but I'm just going to talk about the different looks right now. And then we're going to switch out the out of time for the 2015 plates. There you go. And then, yeah. So, again, you were able to, with the older one, you were able to change it with the part 1 to part 2. And now you can't do it part 3, because the original set, you were able to do all three of the movies in the trilogy. And with this one, you're able to just do 2, which kind of sucks. But either way, the tires, it looked pretty good the way it was. But now we could just have it the way it is before putting on the flying. Oh, before we make the DeLorean hover. So, looks pretty good. Oh, sorry. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty fine. Really nothing much to say, but if you're curious, we will talk about the stickers. We will talk about the details. Yes, we will. But right now, I want to take a look at the tires, because there's some parts that I thought they were stickers, but good to say no. But at the same time, there's some stuff that that annoys me quite a bit. Wow. So this process is going to take a while. So you could skip this if you want to. You don't have to see me do it, but you're going to have to like take off the plate like that, which is sometimes hard when you just don't have long fingernails. But either way, it's a fine process. I wish they did give you the extra tires for Back to the Future Part 3 and the extra pieces for Back to the Future Part 3, because since they did a remaster, remake, or whatever you want to call it for Lego sets of old sets, since they did the Spider-Man 2 train set, does that mean we will be able to get the Lego Yellow Submarine? Since they've done the Back to the Future set, would we be able to get that set? I would like to see it, because nowadays, if you want to get the original Back to the Future set, by the way, if you do a comparison, this one is 10 times better. Holy shit! Go compare it the way it looks with the old set. I used to want the old set, and I was like, no, I'm gonna wait for another time. But nope, this one is a way better set, and it's for $27, so not bad. So by looking at it, looks pretty good the way it is. I'm gonna leave this in hover mode. I have a display case that I will show you for a future video, but for now, we're here to look at the DeLorean. And there's some parts. So the Ferrari video I've done, the logo was printed. This part, a tiny little logo for the Ferrari, was printed. This part, a big piece for the DeLorean, no. But you're telling me for the window, not for the windows, the lights on the front, these are printed pieces. These parts, I thought they were going to be stickers. No, these are also printed pieces. It looks like that on the box, but no. Printed piece. So I was pretty happy with that. Gonna have to put that back on. And there was some stuff I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. But there were some downgrades, like no extra. You get no hoverboard. You get no skateboard, like a regular skateboard for Mario, because that's what they had with the other sets. You don't get the extra tire for Back to the Future Part 3 or the little extra accessories from Back to the Future Part 3. Don't get me wrong, it still looks like a wonderful set. This part as well. You need a sticker, which is dumb. Why these tiny parts, this tiny parts? With old sets, you would have to put stupid stickers. But now, again, I'm glad they did this all printed. This is printed. This is printed. This is also printed. This is not printed. This is not printed. This is printed. And this is also printed. So why did we have to... there were 6 stickers, by the way. There's also these parts you had to put stickers on for the door. So why do we have to do that when you're already printing everything else? I feel like that's pretty lazy. But okay, Lego, whatever you want to say or do. I'm very honest like that. It might be a stupid nitpick, but I just have to point it out. I got to point out the facts and obvious and give you my honest opinion about a Lego set, because that's what I do for a review. I love Back to the Future. I love Lego, but at the same time, there are some gripes that I have with some of their sets, and I have to be honest for a recommendation if you like this. So right off the bat, you see we have the little time circuit. We have the flux capacitor. Over here, I forgot what Doc Brown says, because he says this is where you are, this is where you went, and this is where you are now, or something. It was something like that in the movie. It's been a while, but my goodness, Back to the Future is top 5 movies. That's it, top 5, or maybe top 3. I gotta be honest. And there's some extra lights that's supposed to look like it, and of course you see the little gas. Yeah. Plutonium chamber. You see, it says you might not be able to see it, but it says plutonium chamber. So a little nice that we have a gas. So that one, that one was also a sticker for a little gas chamber. Not even gas chamber, the plutonium chamber, but that's what it technically is for the gas. Whatever. You've seen Back to the Future Part 2, Part 3, Part 1. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. So let's put Marty in the DeLorean and let's see how they look. Actually, sometimes it's kind of hard to put him in with his little life preserver. I mean, it's easy, but sometimes with that little extra piece, like I said, on the back of his life preserver, it's very awkward. It's very weird. So I'm also gonna change Doc Brown's head. There we go. So if you want to call this from Back to the Future Part 2, be my guest. But technically, it was Back to the Future Part 1. It was Part 1. Part 1. So remember. So wonderful set. Really love this. But I got my gripes. Like I said, 3 little gripes. But was it a fun build? Yes, it was. It really was. And do I have anything else to say about it? Well, some downgrades, like you're not able to lift up the doors as the original set. The original set, you're able to lift up the doors, but it did not have any little windows. So this part was not on here. But yeah, I kind of wish they colored this piece gray, because it's just gray, not gray right here with the window and then little spot right there. So what the fuck? So yeah, pretty much it. What do I give this as a rating for Lego set? Probably an 8 out of 9. I mean, 8 out of 9. What the fuck am I talking about? Sorry, I'm feel all funky, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so I gotta give this a rating of an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10, that's what I'm saying. That's my honest opinion. If you're a fan of Back to the Future, I would recommend this set before resellers try to steal your money and try to, resell your damn Legos, because these are fucking kids' toys when you think about it. But goddamn, these pathetic, degenerate dumbasses not able to get a job, but they're able to just buy Legos and resell it and scam people. Anyways, so that's not the point. The point is this Lego set. So yeah, I gotta say it's pretty fun, and yeah, be careful, because resellers are gonna try to scam you on eBay or anywhere else. So I would recommend getting this set at I got this at Walmart. So yeah, if you like more honest opinions and more honest reviews, like and subscribe if you like. You don't have to, but if you don't want to be erased from existence, and then we would have to go back to 1955 to have your parents meet up so you could be born. That's gonna be long. That's gonna be a whole thing. So might as well subscribe when you have the chance. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is a lovely set, and I will show you my display case for another video. But man, lovely set, and I'll see y'all guys another time. Goodbye.